The raccoon dog is a rare creature that only lives in parts of Asia. Its main habitat is Japan, northern and northeastern China, the Korean Peninsula, northern Vietnam, and southeastern Russia. Among these raccoon dogs, we would like to introduce you to the Hondo raccoon dog, a species endemic to Japan that only lives in Japan. Classified in the order Carnivora, family Canidae, and genus Raccoon. English name Japanese raccoon dog. Scientific name Nycteretus procyonoides vivarinus. Body length about 50 to 60 centimeters. Weight around 4 to 6 kilograms. Physical characteristics. The body hair is long, and the coat color is yellowish, brown or grayish-brown, and those living in the south are said to tend to have a reddish tinge. The area around the eyes and chin is black, and the bridge of the nose is white. They look a lot like raccoons, but they are easy to tell apart, because they don't have the characteristic raccoon stripes on their tails. The front legs have 5 fingers and the hind legs have 4 fingers. The claws cannot be retracted, which is a characteristic of canines. The legs are short and the body is round. Behavioral characteristics. Basically nocturnal. They do not have any special weapons to protect themselves from enemies, and are fearful and cautious creatures. They live in low mountains, forests, and Satuyama. In recent years, due to deforestation and environmental changes, an increasing number of individuals have adapted to live in urban areas. They are omnivores, eating nuts and insects, and sometimes small animals such as mice and birds. Creatures familiar to Japanese people. The raccoon dog, which lives near human settlements, and has an adorable appearance with a black border around its eyes, and a round body, is a familiar creature to Japanese people. However, they also act as vectors for rabies. In Japan, tanuki are the subject of folk tales and proverbs. Famous game characters dress up as raccoon dogs, and they are the main character in Ghibli movies. A nuisance in Europe. Originally living in the Far East, raccoon dogs were brought to the West by the former Soviet Union for the purpose of collecting fur. As demand for raccoon dog fur declined, raccoon dogs that escaped or were released from no longer needed farms migrated westward and expanded their range in Europe. It is considered to have a negative impact on local biodiversity. In the EU, each country is taking measures to prevent the spread of raccoon dog breeding within its territory as much as possible. The raccoon dog is a familiar creature to Japanese people. However, in Europe it is treated as a pest. They are removed from their original habitat by humans, where they are hunted, and killed. It's sad for Japanese people who are familiar with this, but the suffering of raccoon dogs in Europe does not seem to be over.